Well, for me, the showcase is a very personal story because, as you know, I was a former player. For me, it was very tough to get in the professional environment, even though I played in third division in Austria and Germany. But yeah, I know how difficult it is for a footballer that doesn't have the right chances at the right point to make it to the next level, which is, of course, making it to second, first division. Never got the chance, and for me to start something like this, where I provide the players with a real chance to make it with professional clubs, is something unique. It's something that is part of me. I put my heart in this, in everything involving the showcase, all the opportunities, how it's going to be in the main event, in our preparation events, how we're going to do it. So it's something very personal for me. Yeah, nowadays there are a lot of showcases, tryouts, different kind of events. The particularity of this one is that since we have a contract with the Spanish Federation, we have a contract with each of the clubs that they have to select at least one player. This is what makes it much different than others. That the players that show up, that they think even if they play good, nothing is going to happen because the right people is not there, it's not the right moment, it's just a matter of business. And for us, it's both. It's of course business-wise, and it's a real chance. We want to start something new in the business. We know it's very complicated to start something new with clubs that are professional, but we have really the chance for players that want to make it. For me, I will love that the showcase in a couple of years is the main platform for clubs and players to find an opportunity. For players who doesn't live in the right country where the football is not developed and they want this chance to be in the right moment, the right spot, seen by the right people. I want this spot for players that everyone knows about it, and same with the clubs. The clubs, they can send scouts to all around the world, but there are a lot of things that are involved in the decision of signing a player. Here in the showcase, the scouts are living with them. They are meeting them. So it's a new way to meet the players, not just on the field, also outside the field, since the scouts are living with them here in the facilities. In a couple of years, I would like that is the main platform for players to be seen and clubs to see players. Well, since we have already a contract with the Spanish Federation, the main sponsor of the Spanish Federation is Adidas, the one who has the clothing for the national team. Even in the facilities, they have several promotions and banners. Always explained the project to them, and of course they were interested in something like this that involved not just a chance and not just an event. It involves emotions, it involves dreams from players, life-changing. So all of this for the brands are very important. I think if I had the chance to come do something like this to prove myself in front of the right people, for me it would have been a great opportunity. Something that we don't have to, something that we have to think about as well when we talk about a player that's 16 years old and wants to make it. It's important that the player understands that there has to be sacrifices in the way. It's not easy. Even if we talk about top players like Lionel Messi, he moved when he was 14 years old. He moved to Barcelona without the family, and he made sacrifices. And he's Lionel Messi. So of course, players who don't have the talent as Lionel Messi, who have the capacity to be professional, they have to believe in it, and there's a lot of things on the way. There will be problems, there will be trainers that you don't like, there will be a lot of things that are on the way, and that's something I learned from myself. I moved to Germany when I was 16, following my way. Sometimes the club didn't pay me on time. Sometimes they slept without the mattress in the floor. So it's part of it, and the most important thing is that players understand it's not just how good you are. You have to make sacrifices to make it to the next level. For me, the biggest challenge in my football career will be the one I mentioned. I moved to Germany, to a new country, new language. I had trainers that never spoke to me in English, for example, even though I could speak. So of course, to integrate in this environment when you are trying to make it with people that's much older than you, it's complicated. Also, the fact that financially, as we know, some of the clubs, they are not legally, they are not. It's not a priority for them. Let's say like this. So also some financial issues going on the way, but that makes you think different. That makes you understand what life is and why you're fighting for. And I think in this way, for me, I learn a lot. Yeah, there was a moment where I was really struggling because of, as I mentioned, these financial issues with the club. It was the first moment I moved to a club very known in Austria. They had a lot of fans, and we played in a game with more than 10,000 fans. And this moment will remember always. I played 90 minutes when I went on the field, and I saw all of these people. For this moment, you forget all the things you're going through. You just focus on the game, and that helped me a lot to go through these moments. Basically, football at the end of the day is a way for a lot of families, players to get a chance and opportunity to change their lives. So that's what, if I have to say a moment that I remember, it will be this one. So to have the event here, an event like this in this facility, is a privilege that we have in the event. It's not just about what's going to happen at the end of the week, if a player is selected or not, but they will have this professional experience that they will never forget. We have UEFA Pro coaches coming, we have top clubs, we have a huge production team that will film you. You will get a highlight video of yourself. So to make it here, it's a week that you will never forget, because you are literally living in probably the most professional facilities that are in Spain right now, and you are living basically with like a footballer, like a professional footballer that's making millions. That a couple days ago they were here and training in the same fields as you do. So that's a very special location.